Joe Moody comes back into the front row. Obviously great to have him back, and that makeup of your forward pack is looking pretty good for a big game like this.
Yeah, it is. Look, Joe's come back after that knee injury, and it was just something that took a couple of weeks to come right, and he functioned really well. He trained well last week and could have needed play, so we gave him another week, and he's good to go. But probably mentioned for, obviously White Crockett, been named 202 times, and with Tim Perry probably playing his best game in the jersey last week, it was a tough call for us.
And Cesar has come through okay, no sort of head issues or anything like that, named to start?
No, he's been good, clear all week, he's passed everything, and confirmation today as he finished training, and he was great, so good to go.
What have you made of the Canes' form of late? It's been quite mixed, a few losses in there, but what are you expecting from Bowden? A tough kicking night from their backs, or what are you expecting from the Canes?
Well, we expect a lot. They're world-class players, and they can tune up on the night. Sometimes those forms and the mixed chat, that makes me more nervous, because you realise that the ability as world-class players to perform under pressure and create is what they do. That's why they're good as they are. So look, full respect in our preparation, and we expect everything.
No Wyatt Crockett this week. Can you talk through why that is?
I just mentioned it before about Tim Perry playing so well the week before. Yeah.
And have you got a message for the fans, Razor? Have you got something to say for the people?
Oh, look, please come down and support us like you have all year, and be vocal. It's a great opportunity to all get together and celebrate a team that they're really proud of, and we all are, and to join with us in a massive game, a massive occasion. So we'll see you on Saturday night.
Is it hard for you to watch when you're sitting up in the box?
I have my moments. Look, well, probably without sort of playing with my hair too much and chewing gum excessively, I'm pretty good. But I think you just go with the flow, and you roll a little bit with the players. And look, I've definitely tapered down my emotion and making sure I make some good, clear decisions. But look, I enjoy it just as much as the fans here.
The rivalry, Canes Crusaders. I mean, you played in a few games as well. And what is it about the guys from Wellington sort of coming down, and I guess this Hurricanes and Crusaders, rivalry?
Oh, look, we've got a great rivalry. The Canes and the Crusaders have made some epic games of the past, and of Super Rugby, and I expect it again on Saturday night. I've got a great tight group that have been together for a long period of time, and I said world-class players, so we've respected them in our prep, and we know we have to be at our best Saturday.
How much harder is man management at this time of the season for you as a coaching group? Some players might sort of go into their shells a wee bit, others business as usual. Is it something that you sort of have to be more so aware of than usual? You
do. Conversations are critical, I guess, especially around the 23. We've got a squad of sort of 40 at the moment, and look, special mention goes to Tim Bateman. He's looking after our stars, as we call them, like the guys that haven't quite made the 23, but they shine. They work really hard for us, so they make sure they prepare us really well, and all their language is about for us for Saturday. So they've got their roles, and they're clear, and we have conversations to make sure that what they do is fully respected by everyone, and it's an important part for us. They get their roles in preparing the team, and that they take a lot of responsibility and pride in doing that.
So it goes beyond the coaching group. You're tap heavily into your senior players that, as you say, not necessarily in the 23.
Correct. Look, I could have named a lot more players to play. It's tough. I know it's a real. It is a tough time of year. When your name is not written out, it doesn't matter if it's your first year or your last year. It's a tough time. So we have conversations and make sure you have full respect and honest conversations. Yeah.
At this time of year, right? It's just a period of clarity around the game plan.
Yeah, it is. Look, you got to make sure that we're 100% what we're doing when we run out on Saturday night, and you're here for a reason, because you're a bloody good football team, and to do those things, importantly, just for harder for longer. Yeah.
Given the forward pack you've got, almost is that the obvious inroad, you think, to the Hurricanes?
Oh, look, you set me up with that question, Richard.
Oh, you can answer it anyway.
Yeah. Oh, look, we know they're a brutal forward pack, and Look, our fullback is strong, but we've still got to perform, and that's what we're looking at, our ability to front up on Saturday night. We know they will, and we know it's going to be a hell of a clash, and they always have been. So our preparation has got to be the best as we have all year, and so far it is.
On that, with the defence as well, obviously with their back line, given all the big names now, have you worked any extra work on that during the year?
Oh, look, they've got so many game breakers that you've just got to have a clear plan. What's your plan? How are we going to defend them? Where do the majority of their launches go? And front up.
I mean, history's on your side, Razor.
Yeah.
Four playoff games into the research. You guys are unbeaten against the Canes, so that must be pretty happy to hear from your point of view.
Well, that's history, Every time you run up, you've got to make it again. So it's a great stat, but it's something we're pretty keen to add to on Saturday night.
And 13 games unbeaten at the moment. Your side's in pretty good form at the moment.
Oh yeah, I think the Richards question earlier on sort of summed it up. We've still got to be better. If you sort of look back on the games that you've won, that's when you can check yourself. So we're clearly looking on Saturday night and what we have to do, and respect the team of the Hurricanes team in our preparation, and then we go at it on Saturday night.
And Timmy Bateman as well, obviously he's spent a bit of time around the Canes. Has he given you a bit of insight as to what to expect on Saturday?
Oh look, he's been with us a couple of years, so we've had all that information coming, but look, we're clear. A lot of the guys are in their team with their All Blacks and our All Blacks, and they know each other really well, and it's some good clashes in there, but Timmy's a champion for us.
Geordie Barrett, does he, who's the biggest worry in the Hurricanes' view? But I guess with Geordie, he sort of chops and changes, either from fullback to centre. Does that sort of make it harder to plan when, I don't know what their team is at the moment, but, especially when a game breaker like that sort of changes positions constantly?
Well, Geordie just needs the ball in his hand. It doesn't matter what position he has, he can create. So we know how much of a threat he is, and I obviously coached Geordie for a few years, so I got to understand how he works, and he's dangerous. Yeah.
Talk a bit about Braden. What impact has he been as a player?
I thought you would have seen his speed the other night. How quick he is and his ability to take the opportunity when he gets a little bit of space, and his great game knowledge. He's a wing that can play centre and fullback, so he's superb for us as a back that can cover many positions. But with Mluss going up, which is tough, he's a real power athlete for us. You saw what Brady could do when we come in, so he's exciting. Yeah.
Was it a tough back between him and Izzy Dad?
Yeah, it always is. Izzy, we're still managing week to week with the knee, but again, we've gone on for form and current guys who's played for us in the last couple of weeks, and Braden gets that call.